Hello, friends. Welcome to the 16th chapter, which is based on the alphabet R and S. Friends, R stands for relaxation. Learn to be relaxed in your life. Why? Because relaxation kindles the creativity within us. It opens up your right brain and it opens up your subconscious mind. I have told in my earlier lectures that subconscious is the secret behind you. The real power behind you is your subconscious mind because it notes everything. So learn to manage stress in your life because if you're stressed all the time, you will never be relaxed. The opposite of stressed is deserts. So introduce things like meditation, walks, yoga, healthy diet like keto, vegan, Mediterranean diet, and learn to laugh as much as possible. Even the Bible says that you cannot even enter the kingdom of the Lord unless and until you are a child. So learn to be childlike, always smiling, always happy. Learn hypnosis, NLP, creative visualization. These are powerful techniques for the mind and also to reduce stress in your life. S also stands for smile. Most of the time, people are frowning over small things. Remember, friends, frown makes more wrinkles on your face than a smile. So be a smile in air. Be magnetic. Lord Krishna says in the Gita, Sukham dukkham bhroktutve purusha heti iti uchate. O Arjuna, be smiling whether in happiness or whether in problems at any point of time. Learn to be smiling because every problem comes to teach you something. So when you smile, it makes you magnetic. The word Krishna itself means to be magnetic. S also stands for being spiritual. A lot of people ask me this question, sir, what is the difference between being spiritual and religious? Spiritual is understanding the spirit of things, how long it takes you to become normal after you become angry. Whereas being religious is just following certain rituals without even understanding it. So one has to work towards spirituality. There's a beautiful story of a Zen master who was training a samurai warrior. I think all of you know samurai warriors. The samurai is extremely dangerous and it can just cut an head of a person. It is so sharp within a minute. So once one samurai warrior came to a Zen master and asked him, Sir, what is the difference between heaven and hell? Immediately the Zen master started abusing the samurai warrior, and the samurai warrior got so angry that he took out his samurai and kept the samurai on his neck of the Zen master. Then Zen master calmed down and he said, My child, just before you removed the samurai, you were calm and relaxed. That was heaven. And the moment I abused you, you immediately reacted by taking out the samurai and keeping it on your neck. That is hell. So, friends, heaven and hell is within our head. How we use things and how we interpret things is all within us. Yoga has given a very definite solution that how to be happy, relaxed, smiling all the time. Patanjali formed the yogic system called as the Ashtanga Yoga. In Ashtanga Yoga, we practice yama, that is ethics, niyamas, rituals, asanas, that is different asanas for your physical body, pranayama for your emotional body, pratyahara means introspection, dhyana for your mental body, and samadhi, that is where you are dying but still living. So you're dying to the world. So, like that, there are a lot of questions in our Vedas. One of the beautiful questions is, who am I? Am I a father? I am a son, or I'm a boss, or I'm a teacher. Am I a name, or am I the owner? Like that, we have many faces behind us. We are a father also, we are a son also, we are uncle also, we are the boss also, we are the employee also, we are the employer also. So there are many faces within us, friends. So who are you actually? The Veda says that you are nothing but a divine soul. You are nothing but Sat, Chit, and Ananda. What is Sat? Truth. Chit means consciousness, to know. And Ananda means bliss. It does not mean happiness. It includes sorrow and happiness. That is why deep inside you, you are nothing but Ananda. Your soul is always happy. Your soul is always blissed. That is why all the names of all the gurus ends with Ananda. Like Chinmayananda. He used to say, आना जाना खाना पीना इधर जाना उधर जाना सब कुछ जाना but खुद को ना जाना. You know everything in this world except yourself. Remember one thing, whenever you're pointing out of your five fingers, one single finger, index finger, the four are pointing towards you. There's a beautiful story in the Vedas called as Dashmo Nasti. Dashmo Nasti is a story about, earlier times the yogis used to go to various pilgrimages in a group by walking down. There was not much of great transport facilities available at that time. So they used to walk when they are going to Badrinath, Kedarnath, different places. So once one team of yogis, nine of them, they went to Badrinath, and wherever they used to on the way, they used to meet some rivers, and they used to cross that particular river, catching each other's hand. And the practice was that whenever they used to reach the other side of the bank, they used to count whether they are totally nine. So in one of the incidents, so happened that the team of nine yogis, they crossed the river holding their hand, and when they went to the other side of the bank, one of them, their leader, started counting, and instead of nine, the count was coming as eight. So all of them sat down and started crying very badly. Oh, we have lost one of our colleagues. And as they were crying, a guru was just walking by, and he saw these yogis sitting down and crying. He asked them, "What is the problem? Why are you people weeping?" So they all said, "Sir, we have lost one of our persons. We are always counting after the crossing the river, but now instead of nine, we are only eight." So the Guru again counted all of them in a circle, and the count was coming to nine. So that is where the Guru guided them. And he said, "Look, you are counting all the time in circle, and count is coming eight because you are not counting yourself. When you count yourself, the count will come correctly 9. That is why it is called Dashmo Nasti, means the 10th person is the Guru who makes you discover yourself. We are all the time judging the world, judging others, judging people, judging our family members, judging everybody on this earth, but we fail to correct ourselves. So that is why Dashmo Nasti is a story to say, look into yourself, do little introspection, do little pratyahara. You will get all the answers within yourself. Whatever problems, difficulties you are facing will all come to an end when you sit down and just discover that why these problems are coming to you and the answers you will get, friends. All of us know about Emperor Ashoka. Emperor Ashoka, after he won the war with Kalinga, it so happened that the next day when he went, he saw lakhs and lakhs of dead bodies of both his army as well as the Kalinga army. And he felt so distressed that he immediately threw his all the arms and ammunitions and he turned to spirituality. So, friends, the faster you become spiritual is also looking at your vision, that how are you looking at things? Change your drishti, your srishti will change. This is called as srishti drishti vada. The vada means argument in the Vedas. So friends, I hope you like this one. Please like this video and subscribe for my channel. Thank you very much. God bless you. Look into the next channel.